Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Miami Heat at American Airlines Arena. Looking at Miami, they're ahead of where they were last season at this time. Always nice to see that progress in a positive direction. All right, guys, topic of the day. There was a stat that came out that was really interesting. Until last season, every NBA Finals in the last 15 years included either Duncan, Kobe, or Wade. Kenny, do you think Wade's impact on the NBA has gone underrated?
I think it has. I would say that I can't name 3 two guards in the history of the game that have a better career than him. I don't think I can name more than 3. Jerry West, Michael Jordan. That's about it. I'm not sure.
You know, above all else, Wade has won titles.
Kobe.
He's done it in a number of roles with a number of rosters. He's a unique player, and over the last decade and a half, I have to agree with you,
But those are the 3.
Yeah,
Kobe,
I agree with you.
Kobe, Jordan, and West. Everyone else can't say they had a better career. Maybe it's equal, but not better.
That's a good one to consider, good one to chew on. Time now for tip-off. We send it over to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. Last outing for Minnesota, they won that game against the Memphis Grizzlies.
And offensively, everything they did seemed to just come together beautifully. They threw a lot of things at the wall, and most of it stuck.
Yeah, it did stick in high-quality fashion, too. I mean, a multifaceted approach like that takes a really sophisticated, locked-in defense to stop it. That certainly wasn't the case that day.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Martin and Wiggins out on the perimeter. Towns is out there with Garnett, and it's Miller in at the point.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
And what a tough position Luol Deng found himself in last year in a small forward swap of sorts. LeBron James goes from Miami to Cleveland. Deng goes from Cleveland to Miami. He had his choice. There was Atlanta that was in the mix there too. But he goes to the Miami Heat. He's bounced around a little bit. But still a very big talent.
He is. You know, he kind of likes following legends. Remember, Scottie Pippen was that great small forward in Chicago, and Luol Deng was the next heir apparent. So he seemed to be pretty comfortable stepping into LeBron's role. Unfortunately, not able to deliver at the same level. And let's face it, the problem is you can't make up for losing the best player in the game, and that's the case here in Miami for Luol.
They get it back. Wiggins dishes to Martin. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Dragic, coming off a stellar performance against Utah. Right side a screen. A floater. The shot no good. And Minnesota will come the other way. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
And, you know, Greg, that not only robbed them of some key minutes, but I think it really affected their rhythm and flow in the game. I mean, they'll try to play it more disciplined and safer tonight.
And Andre Miller, what a virtuoso floor general he has been. By far the career leader in assists among active players. Over 1,000 more assists than the next guy on the list, which is Chris Paul.
Getting back to Miller last year, he was 16th in the league, which is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, a couple of things happened. I thought he slowed down a little, and he was playing behind John Wall. That led to the fewest minutes per game of his career, and the rest of his stats kind of followed suit.
Both free throws good for Miller. Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year, and as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
Now, here's Dragic, and he gets it to go. Dragic has got his first 2 points.
Now, there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Garnett against Bosch. Now here's Garnett. Tight defense on him. Feeds to Miller. Back to Garnett. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller.
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
Now here's Dragic. The tray. It's rebounded by Towns.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Garnett kicks to Miller. He tries for 3. That is good. Miller's got 5 points so far.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. So only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
2 open that time, made it look too easy. Bosch has got his first 2 points of the night.
That was a smart pass by Wade that time.
Now Miller, he has 5. Outside Martin. Garnett left side. Lets the 3 fly. The shot no good. The Heat have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Bosch heads the pick for Wade. To the paint. The kick out to Dang. Baseline try, and there's another one for the Heat. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Miller the pass to Garnett. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well.
Garnett comes over to help. Wade with no one around. Minnesota with the rebound.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Greg, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Riley Clark kind of molded him in his image.
And it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. The Heat trail by 5. Now here's Dragic. Now the dish to Wade. Pass to Bosch. No one near him. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Here's Wiggins. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Outside Dragic. It's Dang, top of the key. Cannot hit. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Wiggins drives in. No good. Nice D from Dang.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that. Fellas, that 2-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Here's Bosch, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Bosch has got his 3rd basket of the night. Timberwolves leading by 3. Miller dishes to Towns. Garnett left side. Shot from 16. Rebound by the Heat. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
And Dwayne Wade, as we know, one of the best in the business at blocking shots from that off-guard position. Hard to think of a guard who has had as many swats as Dwayne Wade in the past couple decades. One of the best ever.
Shot clock at 5. They grab their own miss. A second chance effort, and Towns lays it in. Towns has got his first bucket of the night.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Greg, you're talking about Wade on the blocks. Last season, he climbed up to 6th all-time in blocks, Clark, by an NBA guard.
Amazing. Actually has the most blocks of any player who is his height or shorter in NBA history. Even with his explosiveness waning, his timing and savvy allow him to still be effective blocking shots.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Stoudemire kicks to Dragic. Outside, Green. Back to Dragic. Three-pointer. The three. And it's Winslow that time on the assist by Dragic. Winslow's got his first 3 points of the game. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Dragic against Miller. Miller with another miss.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Now here is Miller. 5 points in the game, and it's Dragic with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
The Heat making a switch here. Wade's checked in. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Jang, he's checked in for Kevin Garnett. Martin up top, guarded by Green. Martin with the bucket. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And Green gets it to go.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Miller outside from beyond the arc and then some. Miller's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Minnesota.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it.
And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
I was obsessed with the NBA as a kid, and just like I would have died to get in that locker room, you know. So I always have a moment just sitting around and, you know, just not taking things for granted and really taking everything in. And, you know, I couldn't have written the script any better.
What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help, Greg, but love for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving it.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure.
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Timberwolves.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for them early on.
And also knocking down the mid-range because they're making good decisions with the basketball.
And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Minnesota, Martin and Wiggins out on the perimeter. Gorgie Dang is out there with Towns, and it's Miller in at the one. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Chris Bosh has checked in for Miami. And Miami has possession. They trail by 6. It's stolen by Martin. Wiggins kicks to Miller. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Miller's got 10.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
In last season, the Wolves had the hardest strength of schedule in the entire league. Might have worked out for them in the end, as come lottery time, those extra losses do tend to help. Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
First one falls for him. Well, Greg, it would work out for Minnesota with all those losses. They got the lucky bounce, Clark, and the #1 pick in the draft.
And, you know, it's the first time in a long time that the worst team in the league actually got the top pick in the draft, allowed Minnesota to add another great young big to complement Rookie of the Year, Andrew Wiggins.
Luol Deng is checked in for the Heat. Dragic comes in for Dwayne Wade. And for Gerald Green, another productive year last season coming off the bench. Though it was a smaller role, a small step back from the season before when he started over half the games for the Suns.
Well, there was a log jam in Phoenix at the wing position last season. He certainly matured, though, as he never complained about not starting, just went out and did his job.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Dragic kicks to Deng. He feeds it to Green. Bosh, the screen. Green against Martin. And now we've got the intentional foul.
For Gerald Green, it's hard to not think about the star that could have been. The 18th pick in the 2005 draft, right out of high school. It was basically athleticism and upside in his game then. He's finally made it in the NBA now, but has improved with skills and guile in place of explosiveness.
No good from Dragic.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And talking about Gerald Green, it seems like he's been in the league forever. But he was only 29 years old last season. By and large, he's avoided major injury, so he's still got plenty of tread left on those tires if he wants to keep going at it for a little while longer.
Minnesota making a switch here. Levine's checked in. Here's Whiteside, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
And it's blocked by Deng. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. Jones checked in for Minnesota. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Green with the ball. And Jones pulls it down. Timberwolves leading by 4. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Pekovic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
And he gets it to go.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Timberwolves shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The free throw drops for Towns. A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it. But credit, you know, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Oh, well said.
Thank you.
And, you know, for the Heat, despite the struggles, they still sold out every game here last season. They were among the top teams in the league in total attendance.
Now here's Green. Wiggins with the rebound. Wiggins has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Levine passes to Bielitsa. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Bielitsa's got his first basket of the night.
And really, they showed up in force, even as the Heat fell to the back of the pack. The Heat only 20-21 last year at American Airlines Arena, but the fans love them all the same.
Whiteside. Great D that time from Pekovic.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Passes to Bielitsa. Kicks it to Towns. 4 on the clock. Here's Pekovic. That one off the back iron and out. The Heat trail by 7. Here's Green. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Green's got 6.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Bielitsa misses. Miami's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Dang. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
That's the risk you run by staying out there as he picks up his 3rd.
Amari Stoudemire, he's checked in for Miami. Winslow comes in for Gerald Green. And then for Minnesota, Garnett comes in for Andrew Wiggins, and Shabazz Muhammad subbed in for Towns. Timberwolves leading by 5. Levine dishes to Pekovic. The shot will not go. Stoudemire with the defensive effort. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Dragic. Now that we have the chance to show you the teams in the top of the NBA in steals this year. The Heat in 5th.
This team is an elite defensive team. Why? Because they do a nice job moving their feet, positioning their body, and playing with active hands. And when you do that, you come up with steals, and they're one of the league's best in that category as a team.
Here's Bielitsa. He dishes it to Levine. From 18 feet away, the shot is good off the backboard. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Here's Bosch. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Just some amazing stats put up by Chris Bosh early in his career. But having been in the shadow of LeBron and D. Wade over the past few seasons, one wonders if Bosh is now a little bit underrated. He's talented and gives you everything you want from the power forward spot.
First trip to the line for him here.
And at the line last year, he was good on about 77% of his attempts.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
The Heat making a switch here. Wade's checked in. And the second free throw, good. Well, getting back to Chris Bosh, it's always difficult to reshape your game around a superstar teammate. I mean, just ask Kevin Love last year.
You know, it's such a good point. When you think about Bosh, you know, he isn't the kind of guy who demands special attention. You know, he's not mugging for the press. He's not out there for himself. He just really lets his play speak for itself. And you won't find many bigs who are as versatile as he is. And much underrated, I think, as a pick-and-roll defender.
Good. Wade's got his second basket of the night.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now here's Garnett. He's coming off a 10-point game against Memphis.
And he also made an impact on defense, guys. 3 block shots over the course of the game.
Here's Bosh. Can't hit from the low block.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago, got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
With Winslow, it's all about improvement and being great on the big stage. I think he can do that, Greg. You talked about, you know, what he did in the national championship run. Clark, he was a fantastic foundation to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? He's not got many holes in his game. Solid at the defensive end, can score a lot of ways, puts his hands on winning at both ends of the floor.
Chris Anderson is checked in for Chris Bosh. And then for Minnesota, Gorgie Dang comes in for Nikola Pekovic. And Martin subbed in for Bielitsa. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Biting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done.
Well, the Timberwolves knew that last season would be one not to worry about winning with Coach Flip Saunders. It was more about growing as a team, and you know him. That's one of his specialties.
Yeah, Flip, Kevin's a great teacher, and so to have this young group and show the improvement they did over the course of the season was important. And really, it's mostly just about getting guys used to a system and preparing for what could be a really bright future.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And, you know, as you said, with Minnesota, I think last season was just about letting the young guys grow and develop, giving them minutes. They had a really young team. The average age last season, under 25 years old.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Wiggins is checked in for Shabazz Muhammad, and Miller's subbed in for Levine. The Heat trail by 6. And here's Dragic. Here's the teardrop, and Miller with the block.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game. He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it. And down the stretch, they let the young guys play through their mistakes. And I thought for the Wolves that was important. Wiggins led the league in minutes played after the All-Star break. A lot of those young Wolves logged heavy minutes and got great experience.
He's not going to miss many of those, if any. Not when he's got that much room.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Anderson, a screen on Martin. Wade kicks to Anderson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got assist number 5 here tonight. Minnesota leading by 9. Here's Martin. He's coming off a 10-point game against Memphis.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
There's the 3. And so we conclude the first half. Minnesota on top, up by 9. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, what do you think the team needs to do differently on the defensive end in the second half? Well, a little bit more activity, and we just have to be committed to what we do. Our identity to be aggressive, but more consistent with it.
Coach, thank you so much. Over to you guys.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. Their biggest lead during the opening period was 5. They showed their superiority in the second quarter and got well out in front, taking a 9-point lead into the locker room at the half. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the boards. When the shot's gone up, everybody goes for it. Just a matter of maintaining that energy, playing with that same kind of aggression in the final 2 quarters.
Kenny, what'd you think about Miami?
Well, sometimes you get too comfortable playing at home. This team played tonight like it's no urgency. And now they dug themselves a hole, and the energy level to get out of it is going to be extraordinary. We'll see if they come out of the tunnel with some fire in the second half, because they're going to need it.
And that'll wrap up our halftime show. The third quarter set to go moments from now. We will be right back here after the game.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. You look at Andre Miller in this game, I mean, he's been everywhere.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays, and I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and he's been able to do it to his credit.
Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside, and it's Dragic in at the 1 spot. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. 5 to shoot. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And guys, KG is so loved and has given so much to the area of Minneapolis, St. Paul, the state of Minnesota. He really, Clark, views it as his home.
And Kevin, you started with him there in Minnesota when he got underway in the league. Fans love having him there and involved with the franchise again for sure.
And the first one at the line is good.
And, you know, for Garnett, after his playing days are over, I got to believe he's going to be looking to take some ownership in this Wolves organization. He is a beloved figure here in Minneapolis.
And both free throws good from Garnett.
And if KG did become a shareholder in the Wolves, it would be wild. I mean, could you imagine how intimidating contract negotiations would be with him sitting across the table?
And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Chris Bosh.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Towns, foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. And if you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
And Towns drops them both.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
Good on the shot. 10 points for Luol Deng.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
Timberwolves leading by 9. In the corner, it's Martin. Here's Garnett. Bosch with some nice D. Miami's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Wade kicks to Bosch. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here's Dang. 10 points for him. Whiteside sets the pick for Dragic. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Dragic has got his 2nd basket of the game.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Miller with the ball. 12 points for him. Garnett outside. Back to Martin. Here's Towns. And he gets it to go. Towns has got 4 this quarter.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Well, you got to put a body on your man when the shot goes up. That's just fundamental basketball. They're giving up way too many offensive rebounds.
And last season, really a tale of 2 halves for the Wolves. When Ricky Rubio returned from injury, they just looked so much more in sync as a team.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for Miami. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Down low, and then Bosch with the jam.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
And Garnett misses. The Heat trail by 5. Outside Dang. Back to Green. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
It's amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect in this half.
The Timberwolves have gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
A lot of comparisons have been made about Andrew Wiggins. Kobe Bryant, in fact, Clark went as far as to say that he sees a lot of himself in Wiggins as a player.
Ultimate compliment there. I mean, that's exactly what Kobe Bryant just gave him. Wiggins has the chance to reach that level, I think.
Free throw good, Wiggins.
Talking about Kobe, seeing Wiggins as a young version of himself. The skill set Wiggins has is eerily similar to that of a young Kobe.
Now here's Bosch, and that one's good. Bosch has got 20 points.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
Outside for Martin. Puts up a 3, and the shot is good. Martin's got 15.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
For me, the one thing that set Kobe apart and made him a champion really was his work ethic. If Wiggins can improve and work like Kobe did, then like Kobe, the sky could be the limit.
Here's Bosch. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Cleveland. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, there's the Heat, just a couple spots back.
And right now for Miami, they had plenty of doubters before the season started, but I can't imagine there's anybody out there that's taking them lightly anymore.
There better not be. I mean, if anybody still is doing that, they haven't been watching this group play. I mean, this is a dangerous team.
Now here's Towns. He's got 10, and it's blocked by Whiteside. Wade outside. Here's Green. Kevin Martin grabs the board.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And it's Garnett penetrating. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
The Heat trail by 9. Wade passes to Green. Baseline try. Here's Whiteside, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound, and once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Now here's Towns. Nice D from Bosch.
Excellent, really solid job actually by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
All sorts of time. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Minnesota leading by 5. Now Miller, 12 points for him. Very strong start to the career last year of Andrew Wiggins out of Kansas. Just 1 year with the Jayhawks. Came out strong early on, and Clarkey never slowed down.
Yeah, found his stride early and just kept strutting his stuff right to the tune of Rookie of the Year.
Well, Wiggins won the Roy last year, and really deservedly so. He was the early favorite to win it, led all rookies in scoring, and wasn't really close. Put up almost 17 points per game, and he shot the ball from the perimeter far better than most thought he would.
First one falls for him.
You know, for Wiggins, he was also the rookie leader in minutes played. He quickly became the go-to player for the Wolves, and no other rookie carried as much offensive responsibility as did Wiggins.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Anderson, he's checked in for Whiteside. Stoudemire comes in for Chris Bosh. And Winslow subbed in for Luol Deng. And both free throws good for Wiggins.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Wade kicks to Winslow. The 11-footer, and he overshot that one, missing. Timberwolves leading by 7. Pass to Miller. Green against Martin. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. Miller's got 6 assists now in the game. One guy who's been getting it done is Kevin Martin.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Give it up for your Heat dancers.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Dwayne Wade. We've got 1:55 left in the third. Outside Dragic. Good on the three-point shot. Dragic has got 7 points.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
The feed to Jang. And he banks in the layup.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
The Heat trail by 9. Outside Dragic. He kicks it to Stoudemire. The shot no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Towns kicks to Wiggins, and there's the pass to Towns. 4 on the shot clock. Martin dishes to Miller. Here's Deng. That is good. And it's an 11-point Timberwolves lead.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
And it's Green missing.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Jang against Green. Here's Towns, and it's Miami with the rebound. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Winslow.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
Now here is Martin. And here's Towns. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Timberwolves lead by 9. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. The Heat trail by 9, and a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Martin and Wiggins out on the perimeter. Towns is out there with Pekovic, and it's Miller in at the point guard position.
Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
Kevin Martin on the wing. Pekovic attacking. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
The Heat making a switch here. Whiteside's checked in. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Guys, how about all the second chance points they've been able to convert throughout the game?
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Now here's Bosch. That's good. Bosch has got 24 points.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Here's Pekovic. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Garnett's checked in. The Heat trail by 10. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Dragic kicks to Bosch. Lets it go from 11. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 8th rebound here tonight. From deep, the long distance 3 is buried. And the Timberwolves lead by 13.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
It's Dragic with the drive. The shot. And it's Wade. That time on the assist by Dragic. And that's now 6 points for Wade. Minnesota leading by 11. Wiggins inside the line. And it's Miami with the rebound. Bosch has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Right side a screen. Wade kicks to Bosch. Out loose off the pick and hammers it home.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
Now here is Miller. Martin up top. Garnett with a screen on Wade. Back to Miller. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Towns. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. 15 points for Karl Anthony Towns. The Heat trail by 11. Right side Bosch. The rebound by Garnett.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Outside Martin. This one for 3. Nice D from Dang. Miami's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Bosch, a screen on Martin. He used that pick to get in close. 8 points for Dwayne Wade.
And that's exactly what they need to do right now. I mean, just attack the basket. And, hey, if you get fouled, maybe you get some free throws out of it.
And Towns gets it to go.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
Wiggins drives in. And again, it's Minnesota.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Here's Dragic. To the middle. And Chris Bosh with the slam.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Now here is Miller. Stolen by Bosh. Wade with it. Dishes it to Dragic. And Chris Bosh with the slam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
Here's Miller, finished off the break. Miller's got the lead up to 13 now for the Timberwolves.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And stolen by Wiggins. All alone, hammers it down off the coast-to-coast break.
And how about that one-man fast break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
The Heat have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter.
Timeout. Start it.
Now a timeout called by Miami. One guy who's been getting it done is Kevin Martin.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him. Well, I tell you guys, when you look at this Wolves team, I mean, the outlook is really bright. A lot of young talent that's fitting together nicely, good skill set. I think this group could be one to watch and really good going forward.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He said, listen, fellas, I know you're tired, but we can't coast. We've got to go harder. The win's in sight. We've got to power through it and go get it. Guys, pretty inspirational stuff.
And Miami making a change here. Green's checked in. Now here's Dragic, right wing. Wide side, the pass to Green. Buries the long-range jumper. So for the Timberwolves last year, Greg kind of traded into the top overall pick, getting the Wiggins deal, which means 2 consecutive years of having number 1. They're beginning to put together the ingredients.
I think they have a core to ultimately be formidable when you talk about that Western Conference. And to pick up Zach LaVine in that same draft, that was a nice selection as well. And don't discount what Flip Saunders brings to the table in terms of coaching and teaching these young players.
And that one's good. 32 points for Chris Bosh.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Minnesota leading by 12. Martin dishes to Muhammad. Green against Martin. Shot clock at 6. Feeds to Towns. There's the dish to Levine. Launches it. And he gets it to go. And the Timberwolves lead by 15. Miami's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Dragic kicks to Dang. They get a hand on it. Here's Levine. He's covered by Bosch. And the jam by Levine.
You just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on a limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Timberwolves.
Nothing like second chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Boy, very impressive the way they piled on those extra points, hitting the offensive glass and coming up with the loose ball.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And the game they played tonight, purposeful. They wanted to get after it after losing the first game of the year against these guys. Big boost of confidence for them to even up this season series against the Heat.
And I don't think anybody saw a performance like this one coming tonight. What a big-time game for Miller. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
That's good.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
Now, here is Miller. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Pass to Towns. Cannot hit. And Miami the other way now. Now Chalmers. Here's Stoudemire. Cannot hit. Excellent D there from Garnett. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. Towns with it. He's against Anderson. And Kevin Martin the bucket on the assist by Towns. And the Timberwolves lead by 18.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now we'll send it up to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who is standing by for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Martin. Right out of the gates, he came out strong, making his first 3 shots and helping establish some offensive rhythm. Shaq, your thoughts?
You know what, Ernie? I must admit it. I didn't see this kind of performance coming from him tonight. He's been coming off a stretch of game where he just looked lost out there. To see him turn around this quickly, it's a nice surprise. Play after play, he was getting after it, making plays, and making it look easy.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.